What's up, nerds? Back with another video, another lifting with Luke, although this is not exactly a huge lifting session. This is more of a getting things done, getting in, getting out, getting the rest of the workday taken care of. So very similar to, I believe it was lifting with Luke 8 or lifting with Luke 7. But this is another one of those, kind of just got a lot of stuff on the plate today, got a lot of stuff need to get taken care of. Started off today a little bit late. Additionally, you can see on my finger, I've got a white Band-Aid. So I was 3D printing all sorts of lightsaber stuff. And of course, cut myself not once, but twice in the exact same spot on the exact same finger. Like, I literally cut myself once, and then I was like, oh boy, I better not do that again. And then less than half a inch away from that first cut, I got another cut, the exact same size cut, the exact same type way. I mean, happened the exact same way. I mean, you couldn't be a dumber motherfucker than I am. Anyway, so because of that, I am not lifting super heavy or doing insane stuff today because I don't want to break open the wound. I didn't want to start bleeding everywhere. Not saying it was a terrible cut. I actually had done a decent amount of healing, but this was maybe like 20 or not 20, like 12 hours of healing. And I really just, I still felt it. I actually have another cut. So that is a cut on my right hand. I've got another broken blood vessel on my left hand. So between my right and my left hand, both having slight injuries, I could not lift as heavy as I normally could. And hey, you could call me a little baby back bitch. It's like, oh, come on, Luke. You know what? You can't lift heavy because your hands hurt anytime you squeeze anything, or you don't want to bleed all over stuff. What a pansy. And I definitely hear a little bit of that argument. But hey, getting something done in the gym is better than getting nothing done in the gym. And also, it let me get a whole bunch of other stuff done today. So overall productivity is still staying high. So I'm not complaining that, I didn't do a whole hour 15 long session. So this video is a quick kind of full body type thing. So I started off with, as you can see, we're doing legs on the exercise bike. And while it's definitely not a, heavy squatting, leg day, this is definitely a good leg exercise because you're keeping your time under tension very high. I mean, right now this is probably 80% strength out of the possible 100% strength you can, or 100% resistance you could put on the bike. So it's definitely a solid leg workout. More on the quads a little bit, that's for sure, but it is definitely a good burn, and I'm not super heavy cardio, or I'm not doing like a crazy heavy cardio session, because this is just 15 minutes on the bike. And then after this, we're going to do another, essentially basically like 20 minutes of lifting, and combine it all for a nice full body, because we're going to be doing some circuit stuff, which you'll see in a second. So finish up on the exercise bike, a nice 15-16 minutes to get that done. And after that, we're going to do a little baby full body circuit, and that is push-ups, and then after that, some incline press, and then after that, some deadlifts, and then after that, some assisted pull-ups on the my little power rack thing over here. So nice little full body, not hitting every muscle, right? But hitting everything in the lower body with the legs, or hitting a bit of stuff on the low body with the legs. Then after that, getting a nice little push-pull. And the reason I don't mind doing stuff like this, while it's definitely not my ideal lifting routine, I'm not, I didn't do any tricep stuff for this. I didn't do any, hamstrings a little bit in the deadlift. it was definitely, I'm not hitting every exercise group while I'm doing this, but the main point is that I am getting nice blood flow. I'm getting a nice pump. The circuit, I'm probably waiting about a minute to 2 minutes in between circuits. I'm going pretty much from one right to the other, not not dilly dallying, getting the most out of my 20 minutes that I can, and I'm doing real nice reps. Again, you can definitely see that I'm not like, deadlifts, what I did 4 or 5 reps, something like that. I'm not, I'm only doing maybe 8 to 10 push-ups, something like that. I mean, I'm definitely not doing solid. I'm not doing, a strict, disciplined routine in here, but the goal, the thing that I'm making sure to do every single one of these is I'm making sure that I'm doing quality reps. I'm making sure that I'm squeezing my, if I'm for incline, I actually am doing much better on incline than I was about a week ago, 2 weeks ago. And so as you could see the angle of the dumbbells, they're a little bit closer to, I would say they're at like a 90 degree or a 45-degree angle right now. And so you can see that my elbows are a little bit more in. And so I'm definitely, it's less essentially what I was doing before, which was not the proper, quote unquote, proper way, is I had the dumbbells almost perpendicular with my chest. And that's to say that my palms, both of my palms were facing outwards, right? And now my palms are almost facing, if you drew a line from my palms, they're almost facing my shoulders almost. And so slight little bit of change of, music, change of what I'm listening to, and then back over, boom, back into deadlifts. And again, I think I was doing like, 3 or 4 reps on deadlifts, something like that. I mean, nothing crazy. It was definitely tough to blast through the arm pain, or I'm sorry, the hand pain, because, oh my God. I mean, between my one hand, the stuff, I can feel it wanting to bust open and bleed. And then my other hand having these busted blood vessels that's making it a real pain in the ass to squeeze. I mean, it was just a brutal workout. And, try to put the pain out of your mind. You try to focus on the lift, trying to do that stuff. But these are pretty fresh wounds. I mean, I essentially had clamped my hand, so I'm not bleeding on my hand, but my blood vessels underneath my skin are like, blown up. So I have this pocket of blood on the inside of my hand that every time I squeeze anything, and this literally happened the day before I had done this, so still pretty fresh. So it was really like a big time, not as productive as a lifting session compared to normal lifting sessions. However, 1000% better than doing nothing. I mean, big time, 1000% better than doing nothing. And you can see getting a pretty good incline chest pump. One of the big things that I was working on, in addition to having the wrist and elbow position, was a big time bracing my low back and keeping my low back against the flat of the bench. And again, back over to deadlifts. I think it was literally maybe like 225 deadlift or something like that, or 245 deadlift. Nothing crazy on the deadlift, but a nice solid session, getting it in, getting it done, and making sure not to hop off the horse, because you've got to go to the gym every day, got to stick on your schedule, even if it's only, 50%. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.